Wagwan, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dreycosting. If it's the first time here, what we do over this channel is to analyze the financial market, like chop it up in pieces so each and everyone can understand. Today, we're going to look at some indices as well as gold. But before we jump into it, quick disclaimer. All right, German 30. So I'm not going to look at US 30 today, right? So you guys already know my stance already on US 30. For the past 3-4 weeks, US 30 has been in consolidation at a key resistance, and it makes no sense you guys like try to trade that. So let's just look at some German 30, all right? Watch me. German 30 was in this little downtrend, went up, came back here, right? What German 30 has been doing, right? This is my key resistance at this blue line, key support right here. If you look looking left, right? German 30 has been respecting this minor resistance here at 13134 and this minor support here at 124.57, right? So right now for the German 30, it's a waiting game, right? Because the fact that it's here, it can do one out of two things. So you have to wait for this scenario to play out. So let's look at scenario one, right? Scenario one. If price does this, breaks that downtrend line, comes here and creates a higher low, right? Then we're going to go in, right? For this buy right here, right? All the way up here, right? Just below this minor resistance right here. So this will be the weak move for German 30, right? So watch me now. If price does something like this, right? Create this higher lows, you know what I mean? Higher low. It's right here will be your previous low, right? Previous low, right? So if price does this, break this trend line, creates a higher low, then we're going for that, right? Scenario two, if price respect this downward trend line and does something like this, break through this minor support, retest below the minor support, and now that minor support becomes a minor resistance level, right? And it creates a lower high, right? So this right here will now be the previous high, right? And this right here, right, would be your lower high. At this point, the basic of trading would have been confirmed, right? So therefore, you'll be doing this, right? You'll be taking it to go for a sell in short, right? And you will respect this key support level right here, key profit just above it, right? So that's it for German 30. Moving on. S&P 500. All right. Everybody's favorite, right? So watch me now. We're on the H4, right? So for the S&P 500, if you look left, right? We have this key resistance on the H4. We have this key support down here, right? The S&P 500 seems to be going at some really all-time highs, really going up, right? So watch me now. S&P 500 somewhat respected this area right here, this key resistance here, right here. It swung back up and created a higher low, right? So to start the week, right? To start the week on the 8-4, you don't want to like jump into the S&P right away, right? What you want to do is to confirm that this option is really getting stronger, right? So you would want to see this, right? Shift, retest, creating a higher low, right? Creating a higher low. So you want to see that higher low right here, right? When it creates that higher low, right? Then you're gonna go in for that buy just a little bit, try to get a piece of that pie, right? Stop loss right below that trend line, tight stop loss. All right. So that's my prediction on S&P 500 for the week. Moving on. All right, gold, another favorite of everyone. All right, watch me now. So gold did something like this. What's this? Sometime in August, right? So gold did something like this, like spiked, went to that key level right there, 2059. Then it dropped, right? Then it did a little consolidation thing right here, right? Then it decided to drop, right? Now it breaks this downward trend somewhat, right? It breaks this downward trend, created a higher low, right? So gold is now moving in a slight upward trend, right? But the slight upward trend is like kind of tight right here. Kind of tight right here, like respecting somewhat this minor support of 1886.78, right? So in order to confirm that this trend is stronger, right, you want to do this. Wait for it to shift, retest, creating a higher low, right? Creating a higher low right here, right? Higher low, higher low. And then, right, you could do something like this right here and going for your buy here about, there's another minor resistance. Let's pick up on another minor resistance, right? About there. So when it retests, right? So it's going to retest somewhere about here at this minor resistance, right? It's going to retest somewhere about this minor resistance right here, creating a high low. Once it respect that, or can we put this there about? Once it respect that, right? You're going to go in for that buy right there. Stop loss below that trend line, right? The safe bet for the week would be a profit somewhere about there, right? But probably over a 2 week span, right? A profit could be somewhere about here, right? Right below this key resistance. But for the week, you could just put your take profit right here. Or if you're looking for a long-term buy, you could put your take profit about there, right? So moving on. NASDAQ. NASDAQ, yo. All right. So NASDAQ is really performing well as well. All right. So watch me now. Look at this very strong long-term uptrend, right? See that strong long-term uptrend right there? Right? Watch me now. NASDAQ, we're on the H4, right? All charts today on the H4, right? So NASDAQ, right, broke this key resistance at the 120.24, right? And when it broke that, watch this. Broke that, came back, created a high low from here. It shifted somewhere from about here, right? High low, respected it. It respected it right here, right? So that's a high low, right? Watch me now. Shifted from there, created this higher low, right? After it created a higher low, right? It's now shifting again, right? So it's doing this shift. So this right here was some like respected zone. This iron resistance that I drew up 125.15. So I would want the NASDAQ is retracing now to somewhere about here, or there about there, right? Creating a next higher low, right? And then at this point, we'll confirm that this upward trend is like somewhat strong, and to take somewhat of a conservative, right? Take profit, right? Because we don't know how far it's gonna go. So we got to be careful, right? Because we have no history to really know how far this is going to go, right? So we got to be somewhat careful, all right? So this right here, I'll look at this now as the previous low, right here, NASDAQ, right? And look at this right here, it's a higher low, right? All right, and then go for my buy right there, right? However, scenario number two, if price decides to do something like this, break this trend line and actually break that minor resistance and break this key resistance and do something like this, you know what I mean? Just like break here, right? This previous low right here, for once it breaks this previous low, do not enter this trade unless it retrace and creates a lower high, and then we could probably think to come back down right here, right? So that's scenario number two. So once price does not break this low right here, watch me. From once price doesn't break this low right here, right? For once price doesn't break this low, this key resistance right here, and it stays above it, then you could go for your buy. But if price breaks it, right, you gotta wait till price retests below this key resistance, right? And now this key resistance will become key support, and you could start looking for like selling for the week. So you gotta watch the scenarios, right? All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video on the indices as well as gold. Don't forget to also give me a follow on Instagram, where I post daily on the financial market. Until the next video, big up everyone.